What is up, y'all? Welcome back. Today we're doing a fresh Tepid Takes. Tepid Takes is the name of my series where we talk about new beauty releases and whether or not I plan to buy them for my channel or myself. And the reason I call them Tepid Takes is because I have a pattern of buying everything that interests me in terms of review. So as you are gauging your own interest in these items as I'm going through them and maybe having takes on them, do not do as I do. Do not aim to spend what I spend, because I, as a real makeup consumer, would never own this amount of makeup. I'm going to start over on makeup on your radar because Jamie over there does such a good job of catching things really early. I feel like she's got a bigger variety of things. Like, she's just got her ear to the ground all the time. And I like to start there, and then we'll go over to Trend Mood and see if there's anything that Jamie didn't get. So yeah, y'all know how chatting about new beauty releases videos go. Let's go. Let's just do it. I think we're a little overlit. Yeah, so I have new lights because Tom was scared about me getting electrocuted by my old softbox. So if that whole intro was too bright, bear with me. Let's go on to makeup on your radar. I'm filming late in the day today, and so I am not as articulate because I'm not like coming right off of coffee. But I'm also at the point in the day where I remember that I haven't had water all day. Turns out filling up a cup of water and setting it on the counter does not in fact hydrate you. And so I am now doubling down and having coconut water. It's nature's Gatorade. You know what they say. We have something new from Guerlain. So this is the new Guerlain Terracotta Super Bloom Summer Limited Edition. This is a bronzer that has like an inlaid bee in it, a bumblebee. It says the limited summer edition is called Super Bloom. The bronzer is decorated with a bee design in the pan, which consists of flowers. The design thus celebrates the super flower, a rare natural phenomenon in which 1 billion wildflowers bloom simultaneously in the California desert in spring. So the photos so far are only of the bronzer, but if I can hunt down the other ones, I will stick them on the screen. Sometimes Jamie has to be careful because she gets copyright claims on all this stuff, even though Sophie doesn't over on Trend Mood. It is what it is, Instagram. There's no one to escalate your concerns to. Trust me, I've tried. It is just an absolute Wild West black box out there. We're all just doing the best we can out there, just getting demonetized for saying bimbos for Christ. I have concerns, obviously, because just because something is a limited edition, Guerlain, does not mean that you can make one shade, okay? People aren't limited edition. It's not like because it's limited edition, we're all just going to rush to the middle and decide that that's our match, or like, you know, not buy it because, oh, I guess limited editions only apply to like people who are in the majority in terms of like, you know, skin tones or whatever. Sorry, that's my little soapbox. Like, that's stupid. Phytosurgeons put out 12 shades of bronzer. Salt New York put out probably 12 shades of bronzer. Brands that are much smaller than Guerlain can put out 12 shades of bronzer. They could have put out 3, especially when they came out with those lovely blushes that I bought 3 of, where they did adhere to the kind of skin tone intensity spectrum. They made 3 in one intensity level and 3 in another intensity level, and when I saw the reviews for the 2 intensity levels, the intense ones were intense, which was great, and the ones that weren't intense were great for me. So like, what are we doing, Guerlain? Pick a struggle, because like, this would be great if you could have made a set. We would be so much happier with 3 than 1. And if somewhere there's evidence that they have more than one shade, I apologize. Just going on the info that I have. Oh, I got a scooch, that's right. Okay, The next thing, really just jumping into the juice right from the gate. So, new fragrance release from Charlotte Tilbury. I have so many thoughts, and yet I have so few thoughts because this image just scrambles my brains. And there's something about Charlotte Tilbury where she will take something ugly and make it iconic. She does it all the time. I mean, I still bought those stupid lip glosses. They're fantastic in that ugly packaging. And then she did that Elton John collection, which was butt ugly. And now she has doubled down with some, I mean, truly ugly packaging with these 6 fragrances that she has put out. New Charlotte Tilbury launches the all-new fragrance collection of emotions. According to the brand, created by master perfumers and backed by science, Charlotte's new collection allows you to spray on a feeling and manifest magic with the power of scent. Oh no, not that. Not that, Char. Darlings. This is giving jade egg. This is giving goop jade egg. Uh-oh. And I'm woo-woo, but don't try and sell it to me in a perfume. Just tell me it's a perfume. If I like the way it smells, then that's fine. I don't need it to be an elixir for me to manifest with. Oy. The 6 new fragrances are powered by emotion-boosting molecules, backed by the IFF's scent tube algorithm. It does what now? Charlotte, what? As human sense of smell is directly linked to the brain, Charlotte has bottled up the worlds of love, happiness, sex, energy, empowerment, and calm to immediately immerse you in feeling with a spray. Listen, if this kind of technology were real, we would be using it in the mainstream medical system, okay? If you could bottle calm in something you sprayed on your body, I would not be taking Lexapro. Like, I would not have a prescription for Xanax if this worked, you know? Like, it's 2024. If this technology exists, it's existed for a long time, and I can safely say that this is bologna sandwich. And I'm not sitting here defending the mainstream medical system, certainly not the American one, but like you would think if it were that easy, we would be doing it, right? So anyway, More Sex is musk and leather scent. Love Frequency is floral woody scent. Joyphoria, I really feel like she's coming for Pat's throat. You know what I mean? With like all the portmanteau is the word I was trying to think of. Pat McGrath is always out here with the portmanteaus, and I really feel like those two somewhere behind the scenes, and I actually have it on good authority that this is true. They're like rivals, you know? They're like rivaling British makeup artists, and they're really trying to claim the same ground. And more so lately, because I feel like Pat McGrath has really gone the way of Charlotte Tilbury in terms of her like color stories. Either way. Magic Energy is citrus woody scent. It actually sounds right up my alley. 6 fragrances, something was going to be up my alley. Calm Bliss is aquatic floral scent, and Cosmic Power is amber spicy scent. I just love how when people get rich, they get woo-woo. Well, I guess there's like two things. They either go to X and they do what you do over there, or they just get really new agey, and this is giving new age so hard. It's giving I have so much money. I mean, I'm so unrelatable. And I'm sorry, the biggest crime are the bottles. They're so ugly. They're so ugly. They look like little wizards or plugs. I mean, you know, here we are. Like, let's just call it what it is. They're very ugly. I own a lot of perfume. Not as much as Jamie, though. She sent me a video this morning of her collection, and I was like, all right, I got a long way to go. I own a lot of perfumes, and one of the biggest things about a perfume, I mean, it's the only thing you do with it, right? You either look at it or you use it. And so it's like, looking at it, it needs to be beautiful, and from a tactile, well, you smell it, Ladoy. But like, you know, looking at it from an aesthetic standpoint and like interacting with it, you want to hold something that feels really beautiful, and then while you're using it, like this kind of, there's only a few notes to hit in terms of making a perfume work. I feel like there's so many ways we could have gone with this Charlotte. I mean, she has like the magic cream. Like, I love that kind of faceted shape of the magic cream. Like, we could have taken a spin on that. She could have asked AI the way that she did with the Plumpgasms and probably come up with something absolutely bananas, but like, this is just so nothing. Like, it's hardly anything to even talk about. They're just so ugly. And then the little, I don't know if they're etched or if they're literally like printed or whatever, but the images on the front of them, I get that they're meant to look kind of like potions, but it's like, there are so many ways, you know, Kindred Black, to make something look like a really expensive potion and make it really covetable, versus this looking like dun, 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 you know, Mickey Mouse in the Sorcerer's Apprentice. Like, that's what it's giving. Sorry, you'll never unsee it. I won't be buying those. There's also a new Smoke Sessions. I don't know why I still pay attention to Melt Cosmetics. All they do is disappoint me. They put out the cream blush lights and they stole my heart, and I'm over here still a Melt apologist about those things as they just continue to put out these releases that have nothing to do with me. So it's a full reveal, blah, blah, blah. I mean, it's giving Beetlejuice, you know, it's just not me. And also, I do not, and I don't judge anyone who does, but I do not partake. I do not partake in any of the cannabis or the CBD or even like a gummy. It's just not for me. I have a tenuous grip on my sanity as it is. Oh my God, I have to talk about this. Okay, first of freaking all, bareMinerals. I'm on their PR list, and if I've said it once, I've said it a million times. Every time a new product comes out, I'll get a PR package from bareMinerals, and it's not the new product. There's some part of their PR list where they go, just give them a mineral veil. And they should like throw an old powder at me that's like not my shade. And I'm like, what's the point of me being on the PR list if I'm not getting new releases and you're sending me like these really dark shades and powder? I don't actually have a contact there. I have not reached out to bareMinerals about this, but yeah, I would assume that they would send this to me, but I have been wrong a lot. And it's not that they're not sending me things. It's just that they're not sending me new things. So anyway, my cynicism, I mean, there's just no way to properly articulate it. Just look at my face. I cannot believe that we are doing this delivery system again. So this is a bareMinerals Pure Protection Anywhere. Instantly absorb oil, set makeup, and apply SPF on the go with the new original, I love how they new original, always new original Mineral Veil Set and Protect Translucent Powder. The same great talc-free, ultra-fine formula you know and love now in travel-friendly, refillable vegan brush format. For our newcomers, this is why you'll love the blah, blah, blah. It's the same formula, but they put it in that stupid brush that Supergoop used to do, where they had their SPF powder. Y'all, powder is not that hard to travel with. We could make it a pressed powder for crap's sake. But there's also like the Crown Affair powder dry shampoo. It's got this beautiful little circular brush in it. We travel with things that have little brushes in them all the time. Why do we have to pretend that this little pump back thing that, like, if you're unfamiliar with this delivery system, no one is, but I'll explain it anyway. It's loaded with the product inside the brush handle, and then it puffs it into the brush, and then you put it on your face. In theory, okay? In theory. Because what really happens is like 3 things. 1, it doesn't load up properly in the brush. It just doesn't. And then that means it doesn't distribute evenly on your skin. 2, whatever you're putting it on top of gums the brush up, and it ends up being kind of like this gross, it just makes kind of a muck in the brush because it's like, it doesn't work, at least in my experience. And the third thing is, it'll open up in your bag. So like, what is the point of something that's supposed to be travel friendly when that brush pops out so easily? The top pops off really easily and the brush pops out really easily. I guarantee you that they haven't fixed those kinds of issues in these components, and it will just explode all over the inside of your bag. Do not buy this. That delivery system is so flawed, and it's never going to work, and it still doesn't work, and Siri is listening to me for some reason. It's because I said, in theory. In theory. Hey, Theory! Uh-huh. That's why. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. This is wild. I'm sorry. This is wild if you care about makeup. If you've been keeping up with the luxury beauty world. But this is wild in my world. Wild in my mild world. New makeup sneak peek. This feels like a joke. Yves Saint Laurent Beauty Love Shine Candy Glow Tinted Butter Balm. Nope, 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 stop it. No. It is not the Love Shine. Ah! And it's also not the Candy Glaze. It's some secret third thing. After the Love Shine Candy Glaze lip gloss stick and the Love Shine Wet Shine lipstick, Yves Saint Laurent Beauty is releasing a new lip balm. It's called Love Shine Candy Glow and promises to give the lips a natural, healthy, and juicy shine. I can feel Jamie writing this just being like, I'm just delivering the news, y'all. The lips should immediately be smooth, plump, and look fuller. The lip balm gives a slight splash of color and has a translucent gloss finish. I'm sorry, I can't. Love Shine Candy Glow is equipped with oh no! Sorry, headphones wearers. Love Shine Candy Glow is equipped with a pH color rush technology that adapts to the pH value of your own lips to bring out their true color. Oh, this is my villain origin story! And telling them with a unique shit! I'm getting so mad. It doesn't adapt. We understand the science of pH color changing and there's no adaptation. It's just one color. In addition, the lip balm is enriched with nourishing maracuja oil. Good grief. Okay, Tarte. It has similar packaging to the Love Shine Candy Glaze lip gloss stick and the Love Shine Wet Shine lipstick, but the packaging of the new lip balm has a slight rosé tint. Oh, I love getting so incensed about something that's so inconsequential, like makeup. Like, oh God, it's victimless. It's fantastic, especially luxury beauty. Who cares? Who cares? Who am I hurting? I'm not hurting YSL. Good grief. I could really use some Charlotte Tilbury's Calm perfume right now. I don't even remember what they're called. Love Shine Candy Glaze lip gloss stick, Love Shine Wet Shine lipstick, and then we got Love Shine Candy Glow. I'm sorry, if I need a disambiguation to be able to discern which one of these I'm buying, there has to be something intentional there. Like the fact that they put them all in silver bullets, they could have gone any way with that, but no, they're all gonna be in the same silver bullet. The only difference is they each have a different shade of pink behind the logo. There's a whole world of colors out there. Why do they all have to be like bright pink, medium pink, light pink? YSL, like why? And then the name has candy in it and it has Love Shine in it. Like, it has to be intentional that they're that easy to confuse with each other. I don't understand the motivation behind that, but it can't be by accident, right? But here's why I won't actually be buying them, okay? I wish that there was some way I could just push a button and it just inserts my pH color adjusting product rant, because pH color adjusting products don't actually adapt. We just talked about that. You all know that. Everybody on my channel is an adult. I mean, if there are any 14-year-olds watching, you know, this is a safe space. Shout it out in the comments. I'd love to have you. But I assume most of us have been around long enough to see these things come and go, come and go, come and go so many times. And we all had one. We realized that they do the same thing no matter what product they are. And we either loved it or hated it, but you don't need more than one. But the other thing here is, who is this for? Like, if we are all adults and we're not gonna be buying a pH color changing $40 lip balm because we're cynical about that stuff, we know what they do, I don't really see this being also catnip for the TikTok generation. I don't see this being a product that kids are like dragging their parents to Sephora to buy for them. And that gimmick of being color adaptive, granted, and I will grant you this. I'm gonna grant you this, hang on, okay, about this, all right. This is the Dior Glow Oil, the Lip Glow Oil. This has a color adjuster in it. It does have the pH color changing ingredient in it, but it has so little. And it's not, at least I don't think, it's not claiming to be adaptive. That's the whole thing, is it's like, oh, it's a mood ring. It's not. Stop saying that. They shouldn't be. We should file a class action lawsuit. But this is coral. So you can see it's very, very orange in the tube. And so when it does actually go hot pink on the lips, which it has so little of the pH color changing ingredient in there, the same as the Rosy Glow blushes, the Dior Backstage Rosy Glow blushes, to the point that, like, even though it's not technically adapting, it does change a little bit on your skin because of the pH, and it kind of adjusts to its original color, because all that's happened in here is that there's a gimmick. There's like a chemical that they do to cancel it out from showing in the formula so that when it hits your lips, it just returns to its original state. So either way, it's so little that it actually uses a little bit of color theory to create the color it's claiming to be. If that's the case, YSL, if you've handled this deftly with scalpel precision, they'll probably send it to me PR. Like, maybe I'll buy it. And it's like, they'll send it to me. They're really great about sending me stuff. And honestly, YSL has not misstepped yet for me. I've sunk so much money into so many luxury brands that have like a much more hit or miss record than YSL. I love so many things from them. And so while that rant is valid, I also need to take into consideration that if there's going to be a brand that would handle this properly, it would be Yves Saint Laurent. So I will try them because they will probably send them to me, and I will definitely give y'all my true thoughts. But my opinion still stands on why in the heck are they all so similarly named and so similarly packaged? That just seems kind of mean, because, like, again, it's an adult audience. Please spare us our brain cells. We need every last one that we've got, YSL. Be a little nicer to us. Dolce&Gabbana is kind of, I've never really kept up with them. I know that they've had beauty in the past, but it feels to me like they're trying to kind of breathe a little bit of new life into their beauty segment of the brand. Maybe because, and I'm not very good at forecasting these kinds of things, but maybe it's because so many other fashion houses are getting into the biz right now, like Prada, Louboutin coming out with, you know, a foundation, and even like Celine saying that they're going to put out beauty. And so they have put out a bunch of stuff, but mainly it's the foundation, which is this like blueberry infused tinted serum, and all of these, like, they call it like eyes and cheeks match basically, and they're just these beautiful blush and bronzer shades. And I love that they say like eyes and cheeks match, you know, they're just saying like use it however, and I think that that's awesome. The colors are pretty mainstream, but there are a ton of them, you know? So it's like, yes, you're getting like a mauve and a coral and a rust and like all, you know, bronzers and stuff, like, but there's like there's a good amount of them, and I don't know exactly how many shades there are in the foundation, but there are a lot, especially for a tinted serum. And they really, I don't know, The swatches are hard to find. I'm just going on the images of the bottles themselves. It looks like a pretty good shade range. And even though I give Gucci so much flack about their formulas, they still, a lot of these luxury fashion houses do put a lot of work and money into making inclusive shade ranges. I mean, not Chanel. Okay, not all of them, but a lot of them do. Like a lot of them know and a lot of them do kind of thing. And so I am glad to see it from Dolce & Gabbana, so much so that I already bought this. I bought the tinted serum, the mint oil plumping lip gloss. It's blue. I can't help myself, and it's mint oil. You know I love a mint plump. And I got one of the bronzers and one of the blushes. I'm really, really stoked to try them. I'm like, my expectations are really high. So yeah, that's all I really have to say about that. Is I kind of am excited about the release. Good grief, everybody in the world is coming out with bronzing drops. Who cares? God, there's just so much I don't care about. Thrive came out with the new shade in the triple threat color sticks. I have these. Natalia, and it's a red orange. Let's swatch it because that sounds awesome. Whoa. Sometimes these kinds of things will surprise me. Oh yeah, no, that is jack-o'-lantern pumpkin orange, y'all. And you know what? That's for somebody. That's for somebody, and I'm gonna try it. I will, because y'all know I cannot back down from a color theory challenge, and thank God they sent me all of them so that we can mix some together to make that work. But that is like, this is Halloween, this is Halloween, 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 Halloween. That's pumpkin on me. That's straight up pumpkin. I was hoping it was gonna be a little more rusty, but like, that's on the nose. Woo! I didn't know this happened. Those are pretty. I mean, I don't know. The shade range looks a little bit bananas, but they're pretty. This is the High Fidelity Brightening Concealer Stick from Exa. Who? I know, right? Credo's in-house brand. So I loved their foundation back in 2019 when we did Clean Routine 2019 because it was one of the highest performing foundations in, it might have been 2020. I don't know, because they put out an exhaustive shade range. It was kind of something that most brands, especially clean beauty brands, weren't doing prior to 2020. Well, let's be honest, but I did like it. I never tried the primer. Everybody tells me I need to try the primer. I need to try the primer. Okay, I understand. But it says an ultra smooth glide on stick concealer with a natural second skin finish and medium buildable coverage. High Fidelity Bright Concealer is ultra pigmented. Love to hear it. Ultra creamy formula that goes on smooth and melts. Okay, so like this is reminding me a little bit of the bareMinerals Bare Pro stick concealer, which I need to make a video like I did about Thrive, where I said if I were Thrive's creative director, X, Y, and Z, I want to do one about bareMinerals because someone needs to like clear, you know what I mean? With some of these brands. Good grief. Why would you discontinue that product? Anyway, these look really, really enticing and beautiful. It says available now, $28. I bet, and I'm not trying to like, you know, flex my entitlement here, but like I've had a relationship with Credo for a long time because of Clean Routine 2019, and I've had a relationship with Exa. I bet I could reach out to them and get them to send me a couple of shades so that we can like swatch them and try them. I will ask them. And if not, then I'll buy them and just see. For science. Okay, so we have a couple of new scents coming from PHLUR. I'm actually gonna go over to Trend Mood because I saw that she had like an update on this. Jamie only had one and there are actually two coming out. So it's gonna be Dragon Fruit and Moonstone in the body mists. I love the body mist. I am a simp for PHLUR, okay? I truly love everything that they do lately, and I love vanilla skin. I think that anything that they do right now, they just put a good spin on it. Dragon Fruit is tropical, fruity, floral fragrance, fresh juiciness of pineapple, dragon fruit, and watermelon, while bursts of pink florals intertwined with warm, evocative notes of amber, sandalwood, and vanilla for added texture. Dragon fruit, plum blossom, sandalwood. Banger. Moonstone, which does not, actually neither of these particularly draws a fragrance to mind. Dragon fruit is beautiful to look at, but like it's kind of a nothing burger in terms of all of your other senses. And so the other one is Moonstone, which does not have a smell. I love a moonstone, but that doesn't have a smell. Captivating fruity floral fragrance that opens with the glistening notes of green apple, pomegranate, pineapple, and orange. Green apple, jasmine, sandalwood. girl, I need both of them. And the best thing about these, I mean, PHLUR is a pretty affordable perfume brand anyway, but you can get the 3 ounce for $20 and the 8 ounce for $35. Y'all, this comes out on the 17th, which is basically when this video comes out. If this interests you, get it. Like, especially the small ones, they sell out lightning fast on Sephora and stuff. If you're gonna blind buy it, everyone wants the little one. So like, get it. Otherwise they'll be sold out for like ever, I promise. But yeah, this sounds awesome. Okay, so we ended up kind of by proxy, whatever, just ending up over on Trend Mood here. Okay, I wanna talk about this. This is cool. This is cool. I love Danessa Myricks. So, say hello to Yummy Skin Low Lighters. It says a light reflecting tinted balm to powder formula that blurs and gives a soft focus glow without amplifying texture. 4 shades. Unbothered is mauve pink gold. Low key is peachy gold. Sign me up, girl. Incognito is tan gold, and off the grid is cinnamon gold. She's the queen of texture, okay? That's what Danessa Myricks does best. She really understands how to make a multi-purpose product. She understands how to make skin look great. And so this is, I want to say, the Upsolite formula that is in her blushes and her balm powder. The balm powder didn't really work for me as something that was a complexion product. Like, it was okay, but it's like clearly not meant for me. Like, I recommended it to Ingrid because she has oilier skin, and it became like her favorite thing in the world. You know what I mean? She's got like pan on it. And the blushes were very much meant for deeper skin tones. They were so intense, which is great. You know what I mean? Not everything's supposed to be for me, but I just didn't end up using those. I bought 2 of them and I was like, I can't apply little enough of them for them to be kind of wearable on me. But these, everybody knows that everybody knows that a shimmer makes something more kind of blendable, and it makes it able to go more sheer on the skin, and everybody's putting out a shimmery blush right now. I trust Danessa to do it right, and honestly, I think I could have at least 2 of those, like the orangey one and the pink one, but maybe even 3 of them, because that middle one looks like an absolutely gorgeous bronzer as long as it's not too orange. That is a really, really good application of that formula in shades that I feel like would work really well on a lot of people, but also selfishly me. So yeah, I'm gonna buy those. I really have like no opinion and 0 feelings on Rare Beauty putting out dog toys. It's great. It's great for y'all. Great for y'all and your dogs. Happy for you. Oh, I feel so bad for Sophie sometimes because she has to pretend to be excited about like the 12th drugstore bronzing drops release, you know, in the first 4 months of the year. She's like, oh my God, bronzing drops. Sophie, bless your heart. I know, to feign excitement. It's a lot. Jones Road is putting out the lippy stick. They always have the audacity to say the, you know what I mean? Like, it's the thing that you need to own in your collection. A dense and cushiony lip balm that locks in moisture and protects against the elements, leaving your lips feeling soft and nourished. Made with rich plant-based oils, cocoa butter, and their signature blend of orange, spearmint, and lavender essential oils. The 11 tinted shades provide a light wash of color for a true no makeup look packaged in a luxurious metal container. Ooh, love to hear that. Love to hear that they're metal. While I would happily review this, and if you want me to, I will. This is a case of, I feel like I know exactly what this product feels like. And I never say that. Like, unless obviously I've tried the formula before, but I'm never that person who's like, I don't need to try that because I already know exactly what it's gonna be like. Like, I'm always like, no, I have to know. Like, I need to know. Is it gonna be different? And that's why I play the game kind of thing. And again, I will try it, but I do feel like I know what this is gonna feel like. I mean, it's gonna be intensely, like they said, dense, and probably a little tougher to kind of break down on the warmth of your skin, but also it looks like when it does break down on the warmth of your skin, it sort of looks like her other balm, the Miracle Balm that she does. Like, it very much looks like it's got the same, not pigmentation level, but the same kind of texture and some shimmer and things like that. It really looks a lot like the Miracle Balm. And also, am I a lip color girly? Not really. And also, furthermore, a lip balm that doesn't have lanolin or beeswax in it. It's a hard sell for me. Oh no, the audacity of this brand. I'm sorry, is there anyone more widely beloved in the kind of second wave influencer world than Rudi Berry? I've never met anybody who doesn't have just wonderful things to say about her. And so she puts out this freckle pen with Bugle last year to wide acclaim. I mean, it was just brilliant. Everybody loves it, everybody uses it, and Hailey Bieber even used it for her Strawberry Girl Summer, whatever. Phenomenal, right? Just incredible. We're so happy for Rudi. But then somebody, of course, has to swoop on her success, and it is somebody named Pink Honey. I don't know. Revealed new freckle pen by Pink Honey. It says with a special tip applicator allows precise and controlled application of the freckles from a gentle sun-kissed dusting to precision application on full glam, creating a bolder statement. I'm so bored. It's so unimaginative. Like, I can sit here and intellectualize about dupe culture and everything like that until you're coming from my friend, okay? And that's my friend. And it's some cheap knockoff, and that's annoying. All right, we have a few more things here. Not too many. First of all, I want to talk about the new Hourglass powder. I have no idea how this release missed me. Not like, oh, you can miss me with that. Like, no, I mean, it missed me. Like, Tom's like, did you get the new Hourglass powder? I was like, who? The what? Oh. And then by the time I got there, it was sold out. I was like, oh, okay, whoops. Maybe they'll send it to me. I mean, they send me huge PR packages sometimes, so maybe they will. I hope that they do, because I love their powder and I really want to try this, but like literally I did not know it even existed until people were already reviewing it. I was like, oh. I guess I just don't keep track of every single thing, you know? Then we also have this new Byredo palette, which I added it to cart. I had my finger on the buzzer and then I was like, I don't want it. Mainly because I have had the big Byredo palette. I've had two of the little ones and I feel like they wear a lot better. I mean, I can tell you, I think the formulas are different than these big palettes. The big palettes, they have no wear time. They just disappear. It kind of drives me crazy. So I bought the Remembrance palette and I actually don't know. Yeah, what does the outside of it look like? I'm not a big fan of this just like funny, bubbly, clear image thing and then they put it on top of the palette like that. It's just kind of like, you know, they're very expensive, like $150. But I cannot find this freaking lip gloss anywhere. It is like a sparkly blue green, like oceanic. It looks incredible and I want it really bad. It's like this color, but I can't seem to find that anywhere. I need to look again. But yeah, Byredo tends to, I feel like they overthink color stories a lot, and what they miss is depth and light. They miss the differentiation between shadow and light. So they put all these colors in there, but they're all the same tone value. So you like can't get a look out of the palette unless you use like one color. And there are 6 times 3 is 18 colors in there. Like it's just a very huge palette to have that like you could probably pair like 2 colors at a time and you still have to pull out another palette. You know, it's just not for me. Natasha Denona has new Hygiene skincare infused glow beautifier. These are buzzwords, skincare infused. I couldn't give a diddle less about skincare infusion in my makeup. I already have skincare. Please, let's not complicate the plot. But it says a highlighting bouncy face gel wet powder. You had me at that weird word salad, Natasha Denona. What? Are you coming for Danessa Myricks' game now? Danessa Myricks loves to shove together a bunch of textural names to her formulas, and she accomplishes what she set out to do. I think that the sound of a highlighting bouncy face gel wet powder is awesome, and it is infused glow beautifier. So I love lately when these brands are putting out names of like makeup items that have never existed before. You know, like Makeup by Mario is like, this is a skin enhancer. This is a soft sculpt skin enhancer. I get it in my hands, I'm like, that's a bronzer. And I put it on, I'm like, that's a skin enhancer. It doesn't bronze, it enhances my skin. Like, I just feel so stupid using the word that they made up for it, but they're right, you know, and I have a feeling they're right on this, and I just love the idea of something that's totally new and bouncy wet gel face powder. What? It's a highlighting powder, yes, but in between those words is bouncy face gel wet. I'm sorry, I need to know. That's catnip for me. Comes in 4 shades, which is great. That's great for a highlighter, like fantastic. And it will be available on April 4th, which already happened. So I'll be picking that up at Ulta. I didn't know, but that sounds awesome. And then I think that this is where I will end today. I am so on the fence here. So Armani has put out the Luminous Silk Cheek Tint. I have loved the Armani Luminous Silk powder blushes so much. I despised that fluid sheer highlighting situation that they did. And this is right there in between. And I'm just like, does that mean it's really good? Or does that mean it's really bad? And I like still want to be a smart consumer and be like, well, I've already tried this in one way or the other, and like that's going to help me make a decision. But I am totally stumped as to how to have even one preconceived notion about whether that would be good or bad. And so I do think that I need to buy them. At least one. And just to know. Plus the colors are pretty nice. I mean, they're not totally off the beaten path, but they're kind of nice. This is, you know, just a coming soon situation. I looked on their website and they're not there yet. Armani's kind of notorious for that. I feel like they're just kind of like, they wake up in the morning, they're like, do you want to put a blush out? They're like, maybe tomorrow, you know? Like, okay, Armani. Hopefully it's worth the wait. I will pick one up when they come out and we will find out together. Maybe they'll be the best blush we've ever used, but we did find out that the powder blushes, even as great as they are the most expensive pound for pound luxury blush in my collection. So there is that to take into consideration. And voila! We've done it yet again. We have TEPID taken on the new beauty products, and I managed to actually find enough words to do so. I feel like I caught my groove. I hope y'all feel that way too. I hope it wasn't too choppy. I know that like my last video was really chaotic and fun, but they can't all be like that. It was a nightmare to edit, so I need a little more continuity than that. But yeah, let me know y'all's thoughts. Anything you're wanting to pick up, anything you think is stupid, just let me know in the comments. Anything that's popped up on your radar lately that you're just like, Kackie, I need you to review that. Let me know. If you enjoyed this, give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, you should subscribe. Put a video up here that I think you'll enjoy. If you liked watching this one, you can watch this one next. And thank you to my current subscribers. I love y'all so much. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.